Hello, RC here, and Fred, of course. So I just got my package from Historical Board Gaming, and this is my Global War 36 version 3 map, and there's Fred in the way. It came in the 6x6 by 48 box, so 48 inches long, 6 inches by 6 inches. I don't know if you really care. Customs tag, whatever, bunch of other stuff on there, bills and addresses. I've covered those up because you don't need to know. Air Canada cargo package. So I posted a little message on one of my groups asking if Corona was affecting the postal service, but I guess the main issue was nobody was once this reached Chicago, it stopped being scanned. That's probably because it got into Canada's system, and Canada doesn't care about US postage. So let's take a peek and see what we got inside here. I don't normally do these unboxing things. I was curious how this came, and I figured somebody else is going to order one. Wants to know how it's packaged. Just make sure I don't cut this all up. I don't want to cut my map. Alright. There we go. Give her that knife. Let's see what's inside. A bunch of paper and a roll too. So there we go. There's the map. My table's 4 feet. The tube is just over 4 feet. It's a 4 foot and an eighth in between the boards here. But I mean, it's got to fit the end caps. So that would be the map. Let's see what else we have here. Some pieces and coasters. Let's just make that a little easier so maybe you guys can see inside there a little bit better. Well packed. There's some styrene playboards and such. Alright, so you know, these things are going to be packed inside. They get a little bit bent, but it's already 90% straight. And all you got to do is flatten it out, put some weight on it, and it retains its proper shape of flatness in a hurry. Okay, let's see what else we got in here. There's the production chart. I bought a second package of these battle boards, so I got 2 sets. I'm not sure how much Doug charged me for that. I know I had to pay a little bit extra for that, but it makes it a lot easier for the videos. I also got a second one of these, upside down, second one of these production charts. Ooh, I can't tell if that's just... The problem with having a 4 foot box is it's a little hard to reach into the bottom and loosen things. So just in case, I'm going to cut the other end open. There's paper and packing at the other end. You want to make sure there's nothing stuck in the paper. So before I get rid of this box. Oh, just more paper. So as you can see, basic 4 foot box. paper in one end so that the pieces wouldn't rattle around, and another piece of paper on the other end. And then this bag of goodies. I'm not even sure what I all have in here. Sorry for the horrid noises. Nope, doesn't appear to be anything in the paper. So, alright, I'm just going to angle this down a little bit. This is my version 2 map that we're seeing underneath here. So, production charts, a 2-pack. That's handy. I like the fact that it's down to 3 stages. Here's the old one, just for comparison there. So they completely eliminated this stage here, kept it the same size, so there's actually more room in here. It was one thing we were finding, it was very tight getting all the pieces in this 4-stage chart. I'm happy that they stayed the same size. I was a little worried they might get smaller, but I'm very happy. Alright. Got most stuff printed on there. There's probably going to be a few things that you can't see on there because there'll be expansions or add-ons or whatever. Battle boards. Let's take a look at these things. Let's take a look at these. Alright, so I got 2 sets. I paid a few bucks to get the second set. All of them are reversible, so one guy can have one on one side and while you're attacking, and then the next turn you're defending. So I like that. Let's see what else do we have on these boards? On the defense here you have the interception and the target selections marked off. I don't know if you guys can see that here, but you can see your target selections. That one's got a at 1, this one says at 2, this one's a 3, that's a 3, heavy armor's at 1, coastal subs at 1. You know, handy to see. Interceptions in red, that would be the little red number beside the plane for when you're doing an interception combat. That's handy to have there. Quick and easy. You don't need to look at the whole rule book, you got it right here. Alright, this nice little red border showing what units have first strike. And what do we have here? The only difference on the attacker's board is you have the shore bombardment marker, and as you can see, you just count them up. You got a bunch of 4s, a 3, a 5, a couple of 2s, a couple more 3s. So there you go. So if you're ever wondering, hey, what is a battleship worth? Is 4. Damaged battleships worth 3. Same thing with a fast battleship. Other things, right? Damaged heavy battleship. Regular 5, damaged 3, damaged twice 2. Good to know. Alright. Let's see if they compare to the old ones in size from version 2. Alright, let's see. So version 2, as you can see, is a little bit lighter in color. This one's got a little bit more not more detail, but darker background. I wouldn't say it was more detail. Background is different on each side. These ones here had similar things, but it was a different kind of background, as you can see. So they are identical in size. So if you have a version 2 game and you're wondering about the sizes of things for all these styrenes, they're going to be the same size. I don't know if I have my tech chart kicking around. So that's the battle boards. I'm really liking those. I like the dark border around the edge. Really kind of makes it pop. Now the tech chart. Here's this one. This is the new tech chart. All 16 of them. I like how it says 1936 up here, so you can start there. I'm going to have to double check the rules. I can't remember if it allows you to go 1 stage, 2, or 3 in the 36 setup. And then you have to wait till the 39 game would start before you'd be able to finish your text. So the old game you had to wait for that, but I had a house rule separate from that. I don't know if I have my old tech charts kicking around. I took it off the board there. I was doing some brainstorming. Got this, that's all the incomes from the new rules here. So let's take a look here. We have the production chart. Virtually the same, although they've added a few here. They've added 5 extra dates here for the variable end. We got the pre-war listed, World War II start, 1942 version, and the technical end of war, but then they give you some leeway and freedom. And if you really enjoy that, just don't end it. If you got somebody who says, oh, you're not going to win on both sides, keep going. I've literally wrapped this twice in the same game, and it was quite interesting. Very long, though. Don't recommend that for anybody. But let's take a look. I just want to compare, because this is a change as well, right? The old one is a lot darker print than the new one now, which is the opposite of the battle boards. But it's the same width and the same height, so if you had a special mount made for one or the other, it will work for both. Alright, so there we are. That's the worst part. Let's get all this stuff off the table here and get into this tube of glory, or whatever you want to call it. It's going to be interesting. Now, it was about minus 20 Celsius today. I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit. I can't remember. I'm going to get most of the stuff off the table here, so I can get that tube out, roll it out, and see what's inside. See, we're all taped up again. I wouldn't recommend doing anything like this around your map with a knife. Like the one underneath, I mean. Alright. Because these maps don't take well to getting cut up. They're really durable, but if you really push them like anything, it will break. Alright, so as you can see, the map's all nicely rolled up inside. The map's rolled up inside with the good side in. I had my other map came the same way. So while you're going to roll it out, because this side was rolled in, it's going to curve on the ends. This map has been in my house for, well, it arrived just before I went to work this afternoon, so it's been in my house for a good 8-9 hours, and nice and warm, flexible. I'm just going to slide this thing out if I can. It's kind of hooking on the edge on one of these corners here, wherever the start is. So you're just going to need to find that. There, see, this is going to kind of snag, and you want to kind of push it in. It's nice and soft, this final map. Alright, so I'm just going to spin this around. And we're just going to pull it out of the tube. There you go. That's your new map. Alright, let's see, which way does this lay out here? Alright, this is laid out the same way as the other one. I made my table a little bit more than 4 feet. That way I had this leeway here for it to roll up and out. Alright, I'm going to just move this map, this table, or this camera over a bit. We're going to start this up right at the end. I'm just going to start unloading. Now, just a little, just to get the view of what all is happening. And there's Saturn, by the way. The view of what's all happening. Here's the old 42 map, or 36 map. Not everybody has the same map coloring I have. I actually like this one better than the one I've seen other people have with the gray. I really like the fact that the mountains, right, the same country, but the mountains were so many shades darker. Another example right here. The old maps had the same thing. The capital was a really bright roundel. The other ones were much dimmer. That's right, France. That's been maintained, I believe. Let's take a look here. Yeah, you can see the same thing, right? You can see. Here, sorry about my mount and all the glare here. Too many cameras, or too many lights in here. With all the track lighting. So you can see the Washington's really bright roundel in the old map. And in the new map, they've done the same thing. It's much more bright and crisp. So it kind of pops. The color scheme is similar to what I have, but it's also different. Let's center up. Now you notice that it's got a slight curve going on here. You don't actually have to clip it down to your table. Like my old map is never clipped down. It just rests down. All you got to really do is unroll this thing and then roll it up the opposite way so that the inside is on the outside. And that maybe once or twice, or let it sit there like that for a bit, and it will correct itself. So we're just going to scroll this out. You can see that the blue of the water's a lot different in color. This one's almost like a really white sky blue, and this is a kind of a more medium blue. Kind of makes the other colors pop out, I guess, a bit more. Let's see what it does with France. Oh, they darkened France up quite a bit on the new map. It's almost a gray now to contrast with the water better. Yeah, as you can see, my Yugoslavia is a really dark purple. This one's a light purple. I don't know. They're different. Russia's a lot redder. Look at how dark that red is. Huh. Anyway, we're just going to roll this map out. Take a peek at it. I'm not going to show you the boringness of me flipping the map upside down and after I do this and rolling it so that this is on the outside. Ooh, what do I got in here? Oh, I forgot I got a poster with my pre-order. I believe I've just found a poster rolled up in my map. Wonder what else might be. Oh, this is a lot larger than I thought. Alright. There we go. Let's get that out of the way. And yeah, as you can see, like this poster's rolling right up again. But the map, I haven't even fully flattened it out, but it's trying to stay flat. Now this map I'm going to have to flip upside down and roll tight again. But yeah, I got a poster in there. Let's see what's on that poster. I think I got it upside down now. You guys can see that a little bit. Oh, I got too much glare today. Let's go this way then. Okay, so we got some subs in the water. Looks like a tiger. I don't know naval vessels very well at all, so I couldn't tell you what that is. I know the markings makes that a Japanese. Let's show this up a little bit. A couple of planes up there, a bunch of planes, bombers, fighters. There we go. Interesting. I'm not sure where I'm going to put that, but War 3645 poster. Very interesting. We'll see what we do with that. An interesting poster. Who knows? But yeah, let's just get that poster out of the way so I don't damage it. There's quite a few things that are obviously popping out of me, and some of them, I don't know if anybody who's watched my videos before will notice that this map almost seems a different color. Everything's a different color. And it's not so much that it's more busy. It's just that there's certain things in the map that jump out at you saying, hey, look at me. One here is Japan is so totally different. Oh, I got that shadow or glare. It doesn't matter where I go, eh? Alright, where is the borders in this? Oh, there's one here. There's one there. And there's one there. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Instead of the old 1, 2, and 3. Interesting. I don't know if we have more islands. Some have been renamed, but we'll see. You can really see the jungle print here. That's kind of popping out at you, but thankfully it's not so overpowering that that's all you see. I was a little bit worried that that might be the case, but this is perfect. Australia's changed in color. It's definitely gone a very light minty blue. You got deserts now. That's nice. The different desert borders. Version 3 on the map. There you go. Let's see what else is going on. Oh, yeah, got a desert up in here. Interesting. I don't know if that's really going to affect gameplay too much, but occasionally I've gone in and out of these places, so that could affect things, especially depending on how you go. A little desert here. More jungle. Mountains, of course. I notice the railroads are a little bit different in appearance. Where's a good spot to see the difference? Oh, well, look at that. I couldn't see the desert because it's following the borders here. The Arabian Desert. Follows all these borders in here. So the entire area here is Arabian Desert, except for Syria, Iran, and Turkey. And then I see the desert continues. Oh, no. Is that the coastline, or is that desert? I'm having a hard time figuring that out. I know this is a depression that's impassable. Okay, that's new. This is all desert. It's a little bit difficult to tell here. I'm trying to figure out if this is a desert border, because the border on the other side of the med is not this yellow. It's got to be a desert border, I'm guessing then. Odd. Okay. Another desert down here, more jungle. And jungle as well. So Cameroon and the Belgian Congo have jungle in Africa, but the rest is not. Interesting. And don't take my interestings in a negative. It's just first impressions here. I'm trying to figure stuff out. Okay, so we have half jungle here in this section. This is not, and the Amazon is jungle. And that's it. So just the Amazon and right here. Yeah, I can't remember my geography that well when it comes to what grows where in South America. So far I'm noticing that all these countries are the same. They're just laid out a little different. Incomes and whatever might not be. One thing that really pops out at you is all these little white ports. They're everywhere. Literally everywhere. And by the rules, they can accept or send $3 land lease, and that's basically their only purpose. So, I don't know. I might have to house rule something in there. Well, you do get some movement bonuses from some of these. The blue ones. Oh, they give a port to Chile. Interesting. Spain is the same. They just renamed the places, so they're no longer named. Like this one was named Barcelona. Now it's Catalonia. That makes sense. Right? Oh, here's the big question. Did they fix Canada? As a Canadian, this was a bit of a sore spot for me. This name here is a tiny French island somewhere in here. This name here belongs there. This name here belongs there. This is Quebec. It's one of the largest provinces in Canada, population, and it's the French Canadian part. So whenever you see French Canadians, that's what it's about. Quebec. Now, Canadian Maritimes, okay, that makes sense. There's multiple provinces in there. Newfoundland, oh, there, that tiny little island, St. Pierre Island. This is now Newfoundland instead of up here. Labrador, that's correct. Quebec, also correct. Ottawa is a city, but yeah. That works. That works. So where's Saskatchewan? All right. I don't know. It's hard to see too clearly, but that's quite interesting. They have a convoy line inside the Great Lakes for $2. I'm not sure. Only for the U.S. You'd figure they'd have one here for the British too, because this is a major shipping hub between Canada and the U.S. All right. And what is this? This must be the tundra. Interesting. I'm wondering if this is supposed to be a glacier, because that's technically true. So that would be right. A little word of caution here. The map is not to scale. Britain is not this large. Neither is Europe. But it's obviously been, and Africa's very distorted. The main reason for that is obviously playability. Most of the action in World War II was up in here in Europe. So, although Spain could have been a little bit smaller, it's not really a key factor. But whatever. It's difficult to figure out a way to scale this. Yeah, it's got to be tundra there. There's Iceland, but like apparently you can't use Iceland because it's all tundra. Let's take a peek at Europe here. As you can see on the map, the two different rails. You got the, I don't know if this is the wide or this narrow gauge, but you got the different gauge of rail that meets up this rail. the map shows them quite differently. Here, let's zoom right in. So you can see right here where this rail line is one appearance and then it changes. Alright, quite interesting. Alright, that's a quick run over the map and stuff in there. I did get a box of pieces and I'd like to take a peek at those. So let's take a look at what we got in here. I got a bunch of pieces. I ordered the, I can't remember what it was called, the marker chips. Oh, we got a couple of these, look like medium tanks. I'm not even sure what they are. Soviet maybe? They kind of look like the, I don't know enough, I know tanks okay, but I'm not well enough to identify them by silhouette. Especially when I keep discovering how many tanks I don't know about. What else do we have in here? Quite a bit of stuff in there. Okay, got a bunch of coasters, that's handy. Kind of fancy. So if you're wondering, this is the name of the company that this all comes from. And their website is historicalboardgaming.com. That complicated. And this is the game you're looking for. Quite interesting. Okay, now let's see what's in this bag. This bag I've emptied out. It had the coasters in it. It had these two light gray tanks in there. I'm not sure what they're from. They're well designed though. They got good detail. It's hard to see all of that with this camera. Nice little tracks on the bottom, the sides, whatever. Alright, let's see what we got in here. We got a little bag. I ordered the battleboard markers. I think that's what these are. Let's take a peek here. Yeah, that's what they are. What do we have here? Oh, there we go. Frozen. City. Let's do those out like that. See what we all got. Jungle. That way, these are for your battle board. That way, if you're encountering something. Okay, we got mountains there. Marsh. Desert. There we go. What else we got? River. And we got a first strike. An amphibious landing. I don't know what else we got in here. There's more in here than I thought. I thought they were just for the terrain, but yeah. I also got some that say mountain border. Nice. All right. Now these would be handy. Let me just grab a battle board here. No, I get the total point of these things now, right? Let's say this tank is crossing a river, and you put down the river symbol beside it, so you know that it's got that river modifier, right? And then you got this other kind of wicked tank I got, and it's not crossing a river, but it's crossing a mountain border, right? Maybe I need to zoom in on these a little bit more. There we go. Alright, so they're a little easier to see here. Just had to zoom it in a bit. You got your rivers, desert, marsh, mountains, mountain border, jungle, frozen, city, first strike, and amphibious assault. Or amphibious landing. I think that's everything in here. I was surprised by the mountain border. I didn't realize it was there. But yeah, no, that's it. So, I mean, the first strikes are already on the map here. But if you're not sure, this would be a handy way of just being a little reminder. Oh, by the way, this guy gets first strike. Right? You either put it on top or beside or whatever. I get that. Yeah. I've been playing the game for a while. I'm not really going to need these, but when I play with new players or I'm trying to explain something on a video, these are going to work great. So there's that. And then here, this is the markers. Another set I picked up as part of the. And it's got everything, I think. We got Navy bases, sub bases, seaplane bases, convoy markers. Yeah, this is that additional marker set, and these are the battle board markers. I was trying to remember those terrain ones. Battle board markers. This is the marker set for the game. It said it had 6 of everything. It's got airfields, talking about air patrols, shipyards, and should have a dockyard in there. Yeah, there we go. There's a major and a minor dockyard. Oh, come on, you disappeared from me. Right there, right, the dockyards. The shipyards and whatnot, everything I already had, but I didn't have any minor anything, so I picked that up so I could get this set. Some more construction markers won't hurt. Some more convoys, some new kamikazes. I already had 6, so we'll see. We'll see what I have. If I have way too many, maybe I'll see if somebody needs them. I'm not sure yet, though. I got a ton of markers. But I always find you need more, so we'll see. But yeah, no, this is a wicked set. It's got a whole pile of stuff in it. What do we all got here? We got damage markers. We got escort duty markers. We've got combat air patrol, seaplane base. We've got submarine bases. Oh, you can't see anything I'm doing because my fingers are fat fingers in the way. So these are the different things we got in here so far. What do we got? There's a minor shipyard, a minor dockyard, a minor port, and then in blue, to give you your movement bonus, you got a major shipyard, major dip dockyard, and a major naval base. Interesting stuff. What else do we got in here? We got convoy markers, we got kamikaze markers, escorts, and yeah, I think that's it. Under construction and airfields. There you go. That's quite a bit of stuff. And there's probably enough in here to buy anything you need in the game or upgrade anything you need, so that otherwise you can just use these bases here and you're going to upgrade that one, so you just put this on top, right? Makes sense? And while you're building it, you got your under construction marker. That works for me. It's pretty simple. Alright, excellent. There we go. And then I had this other thing. I ordered this this giant bag. Here, let me zoom out again. I ordered this giant bag of factory bases. I think there was more than 100 pieces in it. Multiple different sets, but as you can see, there's the minor factories. There's the medium factories. Yeah, let's get a color that pops a bit better on the tan. Medium factories with the 2 single stack, 2 stacks, and then the triple stack. Minor, medium, major factories. Perfect. Looks like they're in all the faction colors. I mean, I paint mine, so that's not an issue for me, but that's excellent. And I also got another set of factories from Global 40 set, but there wasn't enough in there for this game. You would have probably had to buy 2 of them, maybe even 3. All right. I'm amazed at what I all got for in that one box there. So I'm very happy. My battle board markers, my acrylic marker set. That way you can upgrade all your units and whatever. This was, if you didn't have the old game, this is excellent. I really needed to get the miners and the dockyard. Everything else I already had here, except for these 4. But this way it all came in a set, and I like the fact that since the airfield has changed to this new design, this matches what's on the map, right? So you eliminate the confusion. These things are excellent. Terrain markers and first strike and amphibious assault markers. That way you can show what's going on. Excellent for the battle board. Make it a little easier for new guys. And massive battles so you don't get confused on who's coming from where. This massive bag of factories is excellent. I'm very happy. Yeah. And this all came with my pre-order along with that poster and all the battle boards and the income tracker and the tech chart and whatnot. Excellent buy. All right, and it all comes pretty much together. The only thing you need is the pieces. And if you need pieces or you need any more of these, or you say you just want another batch of these kamikazes, you're just a couple short. Historical board gaming. That's where I bought this and everything else. Doug's an excellent with customer service at Historical Board Gaming. He will hook you up. Just go to the .com. Anyhow, I don't know what else to say about this. That was the box, and these are all the pieces that came out of it, and I'm quite happy. And I'm gonna leave you there. So a lot longer than I planned, but I kind of went over the map and a bunch of other stuff all at once, just because I was kind of into it. Anyway, I'll let you go, and yeah, hopefully I'll show you another video with some more cool stuff off the map.